58% of California is facing a severe drought. In fact, they are in the worst category of drought. And as a result, there are certain rural areas in California that have no access to tap water at this very moment. So this is an underreported story. I knew that the drought was serious, but I didn't realize just how many communities had to ration water. So San Joaquin Valley is one of the areas in question here, and according to reports, at least 182 of the 1,400 homes in East Porterville, California have no water and are having some kind of water issue. The state's drought, which is in its third year, has dried up some of these residents' wells, forcing the county to deliver emergency supplies of water. The wells rely on the Tule River for water, but due to the drought, river flows have plummeted this year. And of course, this includes both groundwater and surface water meaning reservoirs and such. So it's really, really serious at this point, and it's kind of crazy because we talk about all of these, threats when it comes to climate change. We recently did this story about how prices for Nutella will increase soon because climate change has made it really difficult to grow hazelnuts in countries like Turkey. But there are entire communities without water right now. They literally have to depend on donations from other communities in order to take showers, in order to have bottled water, in order to have access to something that you obviously need to live.
Have you been affected by the drought? Do you think about it? Do you take shorter showers?
I don't own a home, so I don't have a yard, and I don't shower every day anyway.
We have a yard, and the grass is dying, and there's no water, and so we water it a little, but really a little.
Yeah.
And so we're incredibly conscious of it, but I'm Mr. Long Shower my whole life.
Are you?
Oh my God, it's one of my few incredibly wrong things that I do. I mean, I'll take a 35-minute shower, but I don't now.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm making a big sacrifice.
You make it? No, seriously, that's a sacrifice.
Yeah,
that's a conscious sacrifice.
I took a 4-minute shower this morning.
I applaud you for it. Good job.
Yeah. All right, so just to give you a few more little tidbits, it turns out that low-income residents will need to sign up for grant programs in order to keep receiving water, and the county is asking local companies to make bottled water donations. So that's how bad it's gotten. And by the way, in areas like San Joaquin Valley, a lot of the residents there have their own wells, and it doesn't even make sense to make wells or to have wells anymore because the groundwater is just non-existent at that point in certain areas. 58% of California is dealing with this severe drought. And so it's going to get more and more serious because think about it. If we're having a hard time with our crops, if we're having a hard time with water, and all of these resources become more and more scarce, I mean, that is what's going to lead to serious war. People fighting for resources.
Oh, it's not just, look, in the short term, for the drought here in California, it may last, it may end this year. I mean, I've heard that there's supposed to be an El Nino this winter and then we could get a lot of rain, but if not, it could last 20 or 30 years. Mm-hmm. Not just that, if you go into the next decade, in the Midwest, the Ogallala Aquifer runs out of water, they're projecting in 2023 or 2024. And then what are your options?
Yeah.
I mean, there's solutions to all these things now. Technologically, we have all the solutions.
Gatorade, that's the answer.
It's not, surprisingly, it's not Gatorade.
G2? Is it G2?
Hydroponics, man.
I was going to say that.
You can grow an acre and a half's worth of crops in a 40-foot shipping container using 10% of the amount of water with no pesticides.
Really?
So what's stopping us from using hydroponics?
Money. Mm-hmm. Because if I bought the land, I can just throw shit out there, and there's all kinds of programs for that in the government. If you're going to buy a good hydroponic system, to produce that costs about $125,000 as startup cost. Plus, then there's going to be electrical costs going into it.
So the government would have to be behind it.
And they are. Right. I've spoken with I actually was speaking with a member of the agriculture department today. And there's grant programs for locally produced food, which they're trying to get in hydroponics and stuff like that for it.